Brick by brick, y'all. We back. Another episode. Annie Wright episode is going up right now, so that's super dope. JDam, how you doing, man?
Man, doing good. Just busy. Man, I was just at the bank for 3 hours.
3 hours? What you doing at the bank for 3 hours, bro?
Went in there talking about a business I'm launching in May, and they just took their time with it.
Bro, you got like 8 businesses, bro.
Nah, this one, no, this one's gonna go.
You got like
this
8
one's
businesses.
Been this one's been in the works for the past year. Like the other stuff is like we got the location, dam performance, we got real estate.
Yeah.
Me and bro got scorched ice, and this is some stuff where it's like, man, this one's gonna be big.
Oh, this can be the one, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, this is gonna be the one. You a serial entrepreneur, a serial business starter.
Man, it's more so like I feel like as you get into it, like there's always something else you're chasing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like the physical location. After going from basketball, it's like, oh, this is perfect. Now I got free time, and I'm not just about to be sitting around. So it's like, man, I want to know my stuff in real estate. Want to help friends and family out. Let me get my license and do this. Then now it's like, okay, well, we want to get back to traveling and, just having more freedom with things. And it's like, okay, well, what's another passion project that we can launch? And it's more so now really going into the online space and and selling that online, so we can kind of make money from wherever we're at in the world.
Yeah, that's for real. That's a play for sure. Yeah, how's the rest of your week been? How's the real estate market going for you right now?
It's cool. I feel like there's a lot of buyers coming out. Like it's the last year, it's been people waiting on the Fed to make announcements, and now it's just like, man, they ain't gonna make no moves. So buyers are they're coming out. I mean, besides the affordability, I think people are coming out. Like it's obviously probably gonna be tough for a one income household right now with the rates and the prices, but people that can afford it, I mean, houses are still going pretty quick. So
yeah, no, that's because I know that we're like, at least from our standpoint, man, we're doing this off the rip, and like I forgot to turn my camera on, so like I'm just going on my laptop joint, but yeah, we just off the rip this time. So yeah, what we've seen in the last week in our office is we have 11 listings last week. I think we had like 8 this week, and then we have I think 9 or something, or 10 or something next week. Like, so we're in the spring market. For us, it's picked up. It's a lot.
Like the past month, I feel like I've had a lot of buyers that have been hitting me up trying to test the market, get pre-approved, and then now the springtime's coming up. People are like, okay, I want to get my home listed, or so it's I think spring's gonna end up being crazy.
Yeah, and actually the rates are lower than they have been in some time. So for those folks that are looking or whatever, like the rates have crept down to like upper 6s, mid to upper 6s.
Yeah.
And what Colleen and Troy and I were talking about earlier this morning was our area is really susceptible to the rate changes versus like Seattle, which might, because it's a higher price point, because we're closer to the affordability mark. You know what I mean? And so like if it comes down just a little bit, like our market shifts a lot. So Jeff Tucker said that, the Windermere economist said that. He said like, yeah, Pierce County is super susceptible to like any movement in the rates. And that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
So like, because we're sandwiched in between Seattle and Olympia, which is Olympia's more affordable than us, right? So you put us in the middle, and like when that happens, it's just like we're kind of in we're the middle child. So we're gonna have all kinds of stuff happening in our marketplace, and we have water. Like you can't build on water, you can't build houses on water. So we have limitations to the inventory. So all of those factors, in my opinion, and we have the base right here, the military base. So all those factors mean like if the rates like move just even slightly, like I feel it, like we can feel the activity pick up just slightly, just a little bit. It's fascinating. It's fascinating. Yeah, we were talking about the Eddie Wright, and I got a hot take for Eddie Wright, man. Like, have they had the best state run ever in the state of Washington. I know fact. I mean, I've said this before. Cats would be on my helmet for even saying that, but like they beat. I don't know. I don't know. We gotta at least ask the question, in my opinion.
I think my take on that, like for Tacoma teams, like there hasn't probably been anyone else that's beat other state champions. Like they beat the they blew out the 2A state champions. They beat the 3A, and then they beat the Oregon 6A. So I think that's impressive on its own. But I think there's been some other seasons that like I think there was a what year was it? Rainier Beach. I think it was the year like Baby Boy. Then they won nationals.
Baby Boy's team was crazy.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
won
that team was crazy.
So like I think if you
There's
take I don't know, off the top, like there's that team. There was a Garfield team that was cold. I don't even want to guess which year it was. There's a Garfield team that was cold. I think it was 20. I think it was '09 Federal Way squad. I don't even know if they lost no games. They went crazy. But then you
bro,
can't.
that team was crazy.
Yeah, and it's hard to even put anyone above Nathan Hale when they had the Porter brothers too, because they won
Ooh,
West
you know
Schwab.
what?
Yeah,
That might be the one. Like not the one, but I'm just saying like when we talk about so like when I talk about this, I can't necessarily I can't go player for player because we can obviously like there's been more. I think there's been more talented teams, but what I'm looking at is the resume. Like who
yeah,
did you beat? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And who did you go play? Some of
mhm,
that you just play who's in front of you, and it is what it
for
is. But
sure,
like that Nathan Hale team, they
bro.
went on national TV and
And did
beat
everyone bad.
people.
Yeah,
So that's the team to me. Like because that's um and Annie Wright didn't do that, but I did see them beat the 1A the 2A champs. I've seen them
yeah,
beat the 3A champs.
yep,
I've seen them go down to Oregon and beat at the LSI
yeah.
Central Catholic who ended up getting
Exactly.
beat, but
That's the thing with them is in the past, or like not even the past, just the last couple of years, people would say something, oh, they're 1A. And it's like, nah, their non-league schedule was tough this year, and they didn't duck no smoke. Like they went down to Les
duck
Schwab, they
nobody,
went
bro.
down to Beach, they went down to Bremerton. They won all those games in other people's houses.
Yeah.
So that's impressive on its own. Like, and that puts it up there with at least like obviously there's been like the other teams I named, it's just like those had crazy schedules and they I don't know if those teams lost or maybe had one or two losses their season, but well, Andy Wright lose one game this year
They lost
or two,
two
two, yeah.
games.
So I think if those
Two
other teams
games.
I named might have only lost two, but like you said, beating other champions. Like their non schedule was pretty tough this year.
Yeah. No, I mean it's worth the question. I'm not saying it is. I'm just
Oh yeah,
saying Cats is gonna be on the helmet. They're gonna be in the
oh yeah,
comments. They're gonna be mad.
oh yeah,
They be
yeah,
bringing up like, don't worry, man. I'm just asking the question. I'm just chewing the
yep.
fat, man. Let me get my shit off real quick. Pause. But um, yeah. What else is there? We got let's see the real estate market. So we're in the spring market. We got the crypto market. We're in this like little bear
Yeah,
situation right now.
sure.
Let me bring up the little screen. Hold up. We're in this little bear market. Like we're in a bull market still. I'm really bullish still on everything. So if your favorite person that is a crypto influencer is telling you to stay away right now, I don't think you should be listening to them because now is the time to buy, in my
For
opinion. Or
sure.
it was actually the really good time to buy was a week or the last 2 weeks actually. Um, and so you got Bitcoin at 84,000. So it fell off a cliff. And let's do the 1 month. So do the 1 year. So our high was, in January right here, we were riding a high. We were above 100. And then we just like did a nosedive, boom. And then, at the end of, into March, we were going around, we were thinking, all right, we had a little pump right here, pause. And then boom, it just went dipped all the way down to
Yeah,
78,000. People are still calling for, because I mean, I think when you draw, like when you look at the trend line, I think people are still calling for so it could hit like a 90 or whatever, and it could keep going down because the resistance you can see,
mhm,
like if you were just to draw a straight line right here, I would say resistance is probably like if you're at 70K, that's where I'm thinking, okay, we can go down to 70K. That's where how I think about it.
Yeah.
Like if we went down to 70K, I wouldn't be surprised.
No, not at all.
And if we went down to 70K, I'm buying, bro.
Oh,
Like
for sure.
I'm
But
buying.
people that are in crypto, they know that. I mean, back when Bitcoin was at 20K, it was like if it hits 100, everyone knows that it has to come back down to at least 75 before it
Right,
goes back up to
right,
120 or 130. So I mean,
right.
this is all healthy and normal stuff. I mean, the only people that are really panicking is people that bought at 100. So you know what I'm saying? People that bought Bitcoin at 3 bands or 20 bands, it's like, this is part of it. But like, I mean, even if someone's getting in right now, just realize, look at the all-time highs. So,
Right.
it's like, will crypto hit an all-time high again? Yes. So that's right there. Just like you can, if you buy it at 70, yes, it'll hit 100 again.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell people like if you it like when are you an investor or are you a trader? You
Mhm.
know, and I'm not a trader. We know, shout out to Mikey Hope. I know you over there trading. Like I know
Yeah.
Mikey over there trading, but you know, I'm not a trader. I'm just I'm a holder. So like I'm buying for the future. I dollar cost average. So that means
Yeah.
that I just buy it, it just hits my account, it goes there, and I've mapped it out where it's a part of my 401k. So instead of like maxing out that contribution, I just buy Bitcoin with a part of it. I do definitely contribute to my 401k, but I have a percentage of that going to Bitcoin, and it's actually probably a higher percentage. For
Yeah.
me, that's just me. I believe in Bitcoin. I know what I'm holding. I know where it's going. I think it's the smart play right now. It's the
Mhm.
fastest horse right now in terms of like the gold, Bitcoin, real estate, all of those things. I think Bitcoin's going to outperform everything.
For sure.
And I think that sentiment actually is not as crazy saying it now than when I was
Yeah.
saying it in 2021. And
Yeah.
when I was saying it in 2021, everyone was like, and I was just like, I mean, that's what I would be buying. Like,
No,
and here
yeah.
we are at $100,000 Bitcoin. It was
Exactly.
15 to 20,000 and 25,000 back then.
How do you feel about now that there is such like the president supporting crypto, all that type of stuff?
Oh, bruh.
But also, do you think that it's gonna be still a big push for major cryptos like Bitcoin, ETH, Cardano, XRP, Solana? But do you think I don't know if the altcoin season is gonna go as crazy this year. I think it's gonna start dwindling down.
Yeah, I mean, it could. I mean, I think you have the one thing that we don't have. There's just more cryptos now. There's meme
Yeah,
coins. There's all
a
kinds of
lot.
stuff. I
Yeah,
think it'll look different. I think the
yeah,
altcoin
yeah,
season will look different.
for sure.
I think we'll still have it. And by altcoins, what we mean is anything but Bitcoin, pretty much. The ones I would bank on are American cryptos, so XRP,
Mhm,
or any of the cryptos that they said that they would do for digital strategic reserve. So
mhm.
um, I was gonna look it up, but there's shoot, where's it at? Yeah, let me look it. I'll keep talking. But so Solana, XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, I believe, are all in the digital what they call it, the digital stockpile for the United States. So
Yeah,
they're gonna hold those. They're not gonna buy more, but they're gonna hold what they
yeah,
have.
yeah,
And I'm like, shit, that's bullish, man, because they have
yeah,
a
for
lot.
sure.
Like, and they're gonna create a Bitcoin strategic reserve. So
Mhm.
with all of that, like the fact that the president was at the digital crypto summit just yesterday,
Yep.
it was a recorded thing, but he's saying he wants to become the world leader in digital assets. America needs to be the world leader. And you know what? I agree.
Yeah.
So I, on the financial front with this in crypto,
Mhm.
like you have a lot of single issue voters who are only voting for that dude because of his strong stance on
Yeah.
crypto, and the Democrats fumbled that bag completely. I was saying it since 21. I was telling my
Yeah.
mom like if they don't get on this train, like there's a lot of people over here. Like there's a lot
Yeah.
of money and a lot of people over here and a lot of influence, and they didn't jump on that train and he did, and it's just like
Yeah.
here we are. Um
No, facts.
and I don't mind it. I don't mind that part of it. I do mind all the other bullshit the orange man is doing. But like the crypto side, I'm bullish on for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah. So if I was doing that, I would I mean And if anyone's interested in the crypto market, like we'll talk a little bit more. Maybe I should have like a one-off for just that. But like top 5 things to do for crypto or something like that. I'm thinking
Yeah.
about like doing something like that because that's a whole topic of itself that we can talk about forever. And if the volatility is crazy, so if you don't like volatility, just dollar cost average and hold Bitcoin.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
think that's a really solid strategy
For sure.
personally. Or you're into what do you got? ETH? You and ETH?
I got mostly ETH. I got ETH,
Yeah,
XRP, Cardano,
yeah,
VeChain, and Bitcoin. Those are my 5.
yeah. So
Um,
you're solid. Like you're gonna
mhm.
be straight.
Yep.
Like I think that's a great portfolio to have.
Mhm.
Um, I'm personally trying to get more exposure. I'm super exposed, but I want more. I want more exposure. Pause.
Yeah.
Like I want all the exposure, bro. Like, um, but also that's not the only play too. Like I know we're talking about this, but if you don't have like savings first, or like
Yeah.
this is money that you should be like willing to lose, not lose because you're not gonna lose with Bitcoin, but
Yeah.
this is money that you're investing over here, but there should be other plays too and diversify. I
For
like
sure. Yeah.
diversifying personally, but
Exactly.
uh, that means real estate or like you were talking about the businesses and,
Yeah.
like I think that that's a thing. Um,
For sure. At least understanding it. Like don't wait another 10 years. Like you're gonna be way too
oh, you're
deep.
going to be buying it from me for a lot
Literally.
more than now. You buying
Exactly.
it from me.
Facts. And so
Hmm.
it's just understanding it. Like, man, understand real estate a little bit. Understand crypto. Otherwise it's too late. I mean, you see the what's at all-time high right now? Gold is at all-time high right now. And it's
Yeah.
and
I
it's
mean, and
yeah.
crypto's going to be right behind it.
No, for
I,
sure.
I think this is going to be the craziest bull run. So when you talk about understanding, like, I'm just going to give a real baseline, like for Bitcoin.
Mhm.
So there's only 21 million Bitcoin that will ever be created, right? I think we're at 19 million, and a lot of that is lost. So not a lot, but there's a percentage of it that's lost.
Yeah.
When we do another thing, I'll go into all this. But so there's some that won't ever be found again because people didn't know what it was back then,
Mhm.
and they lost it on a wallet or whatever. There's a percentage of the circulating supply right now that is that. It's a small percentage, but it's still it's a lot. When there's only 21 million Bitcoin that'll ever be produced. So the chance to become a 1 Bitcoin owner is like dwindling because
Yeah.
I saw it at 15,000. I wish I would have bought at that
Mhm.
time. Now my goal is to become a 1 Bitcoiner because there's only 21 million. And if we have countries, the US is saying, I want to be the digital like asset like leader and I want to have the most Bitcoin, other countries will follow suit. And when other countries start buying millions and billions of dollars of Bitcoin for their strategic reserves,
Yep.
that supply shock is going to be crazy. There's going to
That's
be not
facts.
enough to go around. And
Exactly.
I think if you're a 1 Bitcoin holder, even if you have point one Bitcoin,
Yeah.
you are doing a great service for your family in the
Facts.
future,
Yeah.
your
Facts.
family's
Yeah.
name. I think that Bitcoin will be $1 million per Bitcoin in 10 years, easy, if not more.
For sure. Easy.
Um, I just, yeah, I just feel really strongly about Bitcoin, man.
No, yeah.
And here's the parallel. If you go back and look at the 20s of the last century, we had a gold rush, right? Right. I don't know what it was in or around the 20s, right? And I believe this is the digital version of that. We're in the 20s again. It's the 20s of this century.
Mhm.
And I think that we'll have, this super big run up for the roaring 20s.
Mhm.
And I believe that it's going to be a crash. It's going to be not a fun crash.
No, yeah. Facts.
That's my personal opinion. I just believe history repeats. So if you want to see how you don't know how this is all going to play out, just go look back at the 20s and the 1920s.
Mhm. Oh,
And
yeah.
you'll see a lot of parallels. You'll be like,
Yeah.
damn, this shit is crazy.
No,
I
facts.
don't
Yeah.
know. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. So that's the crypto. Like we can talk more about crypto later. Miggles, I didn't even tell y'all. I mean, I don't want to shill my Miggles and then tell you it's at 3 cents right now. When think I showed you at like 9 cents, that's my biggest position. It's a base chain, and I think for ETH has been struggling this whole run,
Yeah.
but I think ETH is going to be dependent on base. which is Coinbase's layer 2 to
Mhm.
I think I said that before, but because Base, the transaction fees are so low. So I if I were an ETH holder, I'd be watching Base really closely because
Oh
that's
yeah.
the layer 2 to ETH that is the most popular. It's the most accessible to it's Coinbase. I mean, Coinbase is the second biggest exchange in the world, I think. And so behind Binance. And so it's like, yeah, and they have a layer 2 that helps Ethereum become more affordable. So it's
Yeah.
like that's the place I think that makes the most sense for
Yeah.
ETH to live and be affordable. So I don't know. That's what I'd be watching is Base's success, because in order to have Base to transact on that, you have to have ETH, and
Oh yeah.
you have to bridge it over to Base.
Mhm.
So I was
Yep.
like, ooh, that looks like it could be
Yeah.
the ETH savior.
Mhm.
So I think they're working on that.
Yeah.
Um, I do believe right now institutions are buying at these prices.
For sure.
I believe that they're just loading up, pause, and I hope people are ready because the explosion is going to be crazy, man.
Oh
I think
yeah.
this bull run is
Facts.
going to be massive. I think
Oh,
it's
it's
going
gonna
to
be big.
be, I just think it's going to just go crazy and then it's going to be out of nowhere and people are going to be like, man, and then they're going to start
Oh
buying
yeah.
and FOMOing
It'll
in.
be
Don't
sooner than later.
FOMO
It'll
in.
be in the spring. It's gonna be in the spring. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's coming
We're
real quick.
close.
Yeah.
We're close. In the 2017 run, actually, it in the 2017 run, it started like usually they say sell in May, go away, but like
It's different. Yeah.
in 2017 it wasn't like that, and that's been like that for like the last since I've been in it.
Mhm.
Sell in May and go away was a thing. Like you didn't. So let's see. Let's look at. We'll do Ethereum. Let's look at Ethereum. So the altcoin run of now, I'm not saying it's 2017. I'm just saying let's look at 2017. So right here. So April. So if we were to look at this part right here, so $50 ETH, $48 ETH, and then all of a sudden it spikes up to $230 ETH, and we're going into June. It's pumping into June. So
Mhm.
we could do that because typically you sell in May and go away, and then it pumped again at the end of that year. So do we have another 2017, 2018 setup? It's starting to look like it to
Yeah.
me. I know by the end of this year for sure it's going to be going crazy in fall, but the spring is when I'm looking at like my initial uh my initial thing. I was going to sell in spring, sell by the
Yeah.
end of Q2, or
Mhm.
actually more towards the beginning of Q2. I was going to sell 75% of my portfolio and buy back in the summer, but you have to adjust. You have to adjust based on the news you hear and
Oh yeah.
what the orange man is doing and his instability. And yeah, there's a lot to navigate this time. So I'm just holding. I'm just dollar cost averaging. I buy Bitcoin every week,
Oh yeah.
and I buy Solana, but I'm moving that dollar cost average over to Tau, which is BitTensor. Let's talk about that. BitTensor, and I know you got to get going here soon. So I'll show you BitTensor. So what BitTensor is it's an AI play, which we all know what AI is, and I feel like the AI narrative is going to be pretty big this bull run. BitTensor right here, the 43rd biggest. Its all-time high was $767. It's
Mhm.
sitting at 250. Or no, I'm sorry, it's sitting at 247 right now. It has the same tokenomics as Bitcoin. It's just the um, AI version of Bitcoin, basically a blockchain that there's 21 million Tau supply. Right now, there's only 808.47 million circulating, and like Bitcoin, it halves every 4 years.
Mhm.
So, and its goal is to have a bunch of AI apps laying on top of it, and by how you can earn Tau by like think of it as like a digital farmers market where AI models trade and value each other's intelligence, making it possible for anyone to contribute to and profit from AI development, not just big tech companies. So you know, it acts like Bitcoin. It's just the AI. I like to say it's like the AI version of Bitcoin. It's decentralized blockchain based machine learning network. So this is what I dollar cost average right now. We might look back on this and be like, damn, Tau sitting at 10,000. This mug was, you know, dollar cost averaging at $246. So,
Oh yeah.
or it could go to zero. You know, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah. That's
go to
what you
zero.
got. You don't put in what you don't want to lose.
Right, right. I don't think it's going to zero. I don't.
Oh yeah.
Based on um, I don't think what I see. What I'm saying is, I don't think crypto is going to zero.
No, there's no way.
Based on what I'm seeing, I
No
think we'll
way.
have a crash of all crashes after this bull run for sure,
Yeah,
and
that'll be a
people are going to
huge
be
one.
spooked.
But
But
anyone that's if you sell
people
and
like me are going to be like, man, I've been here. I've seen this before, so
exactly,
I'm
exactly,
good.
exactly.
But a little bit time left. Let's jump ship on another couple topics. What we got? March Madness. How's your bracket doing? You good?
So yeah, I'm right now. I'm in 99 percentile, first in my stuff. So I mean, it's
You
going.
said I'm a 99 percentile, like you somebody.
Uh, the only team that's messed me up that I had going even past the second round was North Carolina, and I think I had them going to
Okay,
16. But other than that,
okay,
man, it's looking smooth.
that's what's up. Yeah, my bracket's cooked, bro. Like, I mean, I got Florida winning, but like, I had Clemson going to the Final Four. I don't even know why I had Clemson. I didn't
Who do
even
you got?
watch
Who do you got
college
in the
basketball
championship?
like that.
Who do you have in the
What's up?
championship?
I got Florida winning the championship over Duke.
Over Duke. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm still good. Like, it's just that
Yeah.
side, that part of the bracket is cooked. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not even. I don't even look at it no more. It's. You know what else is crazy? I'm in not football, fantasy basketball right now, and I'm in the semifinals. But bro, all of my dudes are hurt. Like, I have Ja Morant hurt, AD hurt, Derek Lively hurt, Jalen Williams hurt, Jalen Brown hurt. So I'm in the semis playing with Spencer Dinwiddie, bro. My whole season's relying on Spencer Dinwiddie. We got to figure something out in the fantasy sports and like move the basketball joints
Bro,
earlier
it's not
because
even
this
just
is whack.
basketball. It's football too. My playoffs, my last 2 weeks, all my best players were hurt or sat out. Like
Mm-hmm.
all the top players just didn't play. And then I ended up blowing everyone out in the season. And in the last
Yeah,
championship
you
I had,
lost too, huh?
I had Saquon. I had a squad, and then I had to pick up, bro. My championship, I had to pick up like 4 bums from free agency. I'm looking like, man, it's too late to make
Yeah.
trades in the season. They fucking blocked that.
Yeah,
I was
see,
like,
that's
man, who am I
crazy.
gonna pick up?
And that's no disrespect to the dudes that we got to pick up, but it's like, bro, Spencer Dinwiddie's a bucket. I'm not saying that. I'm saying
Nah,
like
yeah,
the way he's like, like my whole season hinges on it on Spencer Dinwiddie, bro. Like, I don't know. I just got a problem with that. You know, like
no, yeah,
I'm looking at my
exactly.
lineup tonight, like, damn, my AR's not playing. I'm like, man, this is crazy, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
see,
I have a squad, but none of them are playing, and I don't know, man. So we got that. We talked a little bit about Bronny. So Bronny hooped the other night.
yeah, he was hooping.
Um, he
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 was
gave,
hooping.
and so Stephen A. Man, he's. Here's my thoughts on that, man. Real quick, I'm gonna make it quick. Cause I'm done talking about like Stephen A. and LeBron. But to me, I feel like if someone wants to step to you because they've been talking about you in a public forum, and yes, I understand that's his job and all that, I'm okay. Let's bring back the essence of niggas stepping to people. Like, if they don't
Yeah,
like what they said, like, I'm
no,
good
yeah,
with that. Like,
but yeah, but Stephen A. like he's not just saying like random takes and stuff. Like he was talking shit about like he was like LeBron, you need to stop this, not as a player but as a
yeah, he was
father.
out of bounds. He was
And it's
OD.
like Braun stepped to you as a father, not as a hooper. He said, like, what the hell do you expect? Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I know Stephen A. I think his tone gonna end up changing a little bit because last night he's like, I made a mistake. I don't know. I owe you an apology, Braun. It's like, yeah, because that's what
Yeah.
Braun was on your top.
I think he on the engagement tour too, though. Like, cause it's
Oh
like, bro,
yeah,
you went to Gil's show and you ain't mess with them. You ain't mess with them bulls ever. Like, and
no,
all
yeah.
of a sudden, you want to get on that show and start talking.
Well,
Like,
Gil and them called him out for like they was bringing up DMs for like 3 straight weeks. Like, hey, yeah, he kept saying he was gonna come and talk to us. Let's see, man. They kept posting. I was like, hey, we'll see if he pulls
that's
up.
funny. He
Yeah,
pulled up. um, yeah, I'm not saying that I'm saying violence or nothing like that. I'm just saying if someone wants to come at you and talk to you about something, like, cool. Like if they want to have a discussion and if your job is to talk, then not consequences, but there's something that comes along with that, which is I didn't like that or whatever. Like, and people gonna
No,
get their
yeah.
feelings hurt. If you talk about
Like,
someone's game or how they performed, that's cool too. But
yeah, yeah.
I feel like if you did not have hoop game like that, I don't know if you can be talking about people crazy, because these talking heads be talking crazy. I'm like, bro, you just had 5 cheeseburgers. Like, I'm
Oh, yeah.
not trying to hear you talk about my performance and you can't even like hit a jump shot. Like,
Nah,
that's
facts.
not
The thing about
we.
Stephen A, at least like he gets paid he gets paid. What was his last contract? Was
He
he
just
making?
got paid. He's got
That's what
paid,
I'm
I
saying.
think,
So he gets
150.
paid for engagement, talking shit. But there's like
Yeah,
some other people that just feel like they could talk shit, and there are no people that pay for courtside seats. Like y'all old ass could really get
bruh.
beat up. Like they say some wild shit, and I know like in the past, like I've had coaches, and I'm sure everyone's had this, where it's like you'll get in trouble, don't say nothing to no one in the crowd. And I used to like, I think it was first person I really seen someone step to someone, Marcus Smart, and it was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah. And when I seen that, I was like, yeah, that's how it should be. Don't say no
yeah.
wild shit to a player unless you don't like. What happens if any bro? You're talking to what's Marcus Smart, 6'7"?
Yeah, like they look small on TV, but bro, you would not say all this to their face. Like,
Bro,
that's the crazy
we're at a
part. You
bar.
would
You're not
not
saying you're
talk
not even
crazy
looking my
like this
way.
to nobody.
That's what I'm saying.
You ain't saying that if we walking down the street. Like,
Exactly.
and like I think that I'm all about bringing back the essence, man. Like, I don't try to talk about stuff that I try to talk about it like respectfully. Like, so for example, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Like, I was talking about how Lincoln High School here in Tacoma hasn't had I've never seen them with a black coach, and they have the like most black kids on that team, and it's the most like the demographics is black, and it's not to any fault of the coaches that have been there because they've been good coaches. McCrossin, you had Tim Kelly, who's a mentor of mine. You had then Aubrey, who's a friend, and you had a peer, and you had Rod Rogers doing a great job there right now. Like, cool. I'm not saying it's their fault. They're cool dudes doing a great job. I'm just saying the optics is crazy to me that every other school has had a black coach except that one that I've
Yeah.
seen for with my eyes, and I've been around for a little bit. So it's like, and that part of it's because the coaches do a good job and they end up winning and they just stay
Yeah.
there and win, But like, some of it's kind of like, all right, well, what are we doing to maybe cultivate the next coach that could be there? That's a black or brown person. That it might be Hispanic or black or purple or yellow or orange or whatever. Not orange, but because that I connotate that with the old boy in office right now. But just I don't know what kind of opportunities are we developing for others, because we have been doing that in Tacoma. Because I'm the second in the history of Tacoma like public schools, which is crazy to me. Like,
That's
and
wild.
now though you got Josh, you got E, you got Dom over at Stadium,
Yeah.
and dudes are doing a good job, man. We're leading these
Yeah.
teams, and so I feel like not saying that it should be all about that. I'm just saying that I was just pointing it out. That's all. I'm just pointing
Yeah.
it out. That's all. Nothing crazy. So
No, yeah.
shout out to them though. They're like Lincoln's doing a great job. Ryan's doing a great job. Obs is at UPS. TK's obviously at Curtis doing his thing. And we have Bobby Moorhead step into Bellarmine after
Yeah.
replacing Bernie and doing a really good job this year with
Oh,
that
yeah.
group. So, um, and you had Dom at Stadium who's doing a great job. You got E. I think Tacoma basketball's in good hands right now, man. I really like the coaches that
Oh,
are
for
that
sure.
are around. They're not all perfect. Like, we don't all have to agree with how they coach or their styles or anything like that, but they're getting results, bro.
For sure. For
That's
sure.
just what I'm seeing.
I think right now it's way better than like when I first came into high school. Like we had like when I first got to Wilson, we had Coach Rasmus.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the worst. Now that I'm older, that's the worst possible. Like I don't know how the fuck he got a job. Like just keeping it real. Like
He's a nice dude. Like, I mean, nice
man,
dude, but like,
in
yeah.
terms of hoop, him and Coach Griff is crazy. Like
He's,
there was, nah, bro. I'm telling you right now, I was there. It's bad. It's
yeah, we
bad.
had, and and that's the crazy part is like someone might say that about me, which is okay. Like, we were 2-18, 3 seasons in a row, so I could have said, you could say I was a bad coach, which I'm okay. And that's the
Bro.
thing is like when people hear this, I want them to hear this in this manner, like,
Yeah.
because you could say that about me too. because I had a terrible record at Stadium, right? So I'm not saying that I'm not in that. I'm not going to be in that conversation or whatever, however people want to see me. I do know that I feel like I'm a good coach. And we just had bad breaks or whatever and things happen. But I also know that I probably wasn't the best coach I could have been at that age. I was 27, 28. Like now looking back as a 46-year-old, I'm like, shit, I could have been way better, obviously. But I also didn't have a lot of talent. I mean, I had talent some years, but we knew we had to run the gauntlet. If we had the leagues made up like how they are now,
Mhm. Oh
we're winning
yeah.
games.
No, yeah.
Because like we had to play Lincoln, Wilson, Foss, Mount Tahoma. Like it was like, bro, we
Yeah.
had to like, are you kidding me? Like I had talent. I just didn't have talent to go through that
Oh yeah.
league and
No,
try to
yeah.
win.
Yeah, bro. When it was
I have to play each team twice.
Stadium, Bellarmine, Lincoln, Wilson, Foss,
Bro,
Gig Harbor was nice then.
I had to play, bro, check this out. Like we had to play so we had to play against Austin Safarian Jenkins, Matthias Ward, and Clarence Trent. Like
Yeah,
I had one dude that was maybe 6'4", 6'5". Like
man.
how am I every team and then I had to go to Bellarmine and they have Avery and Abdul. Like
Oh
what
yeah.
am I supposed to do? Like, and then they had a squad. They had they had Dom there. Dom, not Dom, but Darnell was there with
Oh
Imar
yeah.
and my brother and all them. I was like, and then we got
Man.
to go to Wilson. Even when we had play Wilson, they had Shedrick and they had like, you all had a squad. And I'm just like, bro. And then Mount T obviously always had. So I'm just like, so
Foss was cold, bro. Everyone. It was
Foss
it
was
was
always cold.
bro,
Like
it was every game was a hard game. Like nowadays,
every game.
there's such a difference where it's like, yeah, they're about to blow them out. There might be one good game this season. Other than that,
Yeah.
but every single time, like if you won a game on the road, it was a big win.
You know the crazy part though is we always were competitive because what we did was we tried to make it. We couldn't run with anybody, so we knew we had to. You had to see five. You had to see five defenders, and
Oh
we just
yeah,
worked on man to man defense. Like, and I remember the first time we broke through. Mount T had Xavier Basile. He went to
yep,
Idaho, I think.
yep.
We went to. It was the first league game. We had Chase and Eric Hansen in that group. We went to. Tyler Stump was playing. He was a quarterback, but also played. He went to Central to play football. But we went to Mount T. Adrian Smitherman was there at that time too, and
That's
we
when
beat
that
him
Josh
52 to
Hobart. Oh
55.
yeah,
Yeah, not. I don't know if Josh was there that year,
wasn't
but
that
we
might
beat
be
him
right.
52-55 first
Uh-huh.
league game, and the whole league was like, "Wait, what? Like, how'd that happen?" It was like I think that was kind of we were building that up because we had a way to beat them, and then
Yeah,
we had a good start that year, you know. But that was a breakthrough after going 2-18 like 3 years in a row.
yeah,
I was tired, bro. Like, you know, but we tried everything. So that's what I'm saying. Like when we have this conversation, it's not like I'm not excluding myself from that. You know what
no,
I'm
yeah.
saying? Like
But
I can
even
say this and not
outside
exclude
of
myself.
records, you could still have a good coach. Like I've been part of bad records before, and it's like, nah, that's one of the best coaches I've had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I've also
Yeah.
had coaches where it's like I've had coaches that I had good records, and it's like, nah, that's bad coaching. We just
Yeah,
have to,
true. I mean,
yeah,
that's some of it's just like you just got good talent. When I had good talent, I realized, oh my God, like there's so many plays I didn't have to coach. I didn't have to do anything. I was like, oh, they just made plays. I was like, man, this is
yeah,
fun. Like I can
no,
win
yeah.
games and I got hoopers.
Exactly.
Like,
But also a big part of high school hoop is, bro, is connecting with the players, doing what's good for them off the court, helping them get to the
yeah,
next level. And because there's in high school, there's gonna be players that got other shit going on too. You know what
yep.
I'm saying? And
And that was my issue.
that's what I'm saying though. There's some coaches that really can connect with the players and help them. Like we've had a lot of kids where it's like, man, it's more important to do stuff off the court for this player than on the court. And I've
Yeah.
seen some, and vice versa. I've seen coaches where it's like as soon as that season's over, they're not doing shit for the players. Like
Right.
they're just done with them. Like, oh, you're transferring or you graduated? Yeah, I don't got nothing to do with it.
For real.
And
Now I
and it's
take pride in
sad.
that, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
take
got
pride in
to.
that. Like I still have relationships with a lot of players.
Yeah,
And because it never was for me, it was always about like life. Like cause I saw when I wasn't coaching, what I saw in Tacoma was so much talent coming through and not like getting grades and
yeah,
not like, you know, realizing the full potential.
yep,
So that was my whole thing. I wanted to come in and have good grades and be like Duke, you know what I'm saying, and just create like good
Yeah,
human beings that are gonna do
exactly,
well in life. Like, and still,
exactly.
I'm gonna be involved in that. Like, and here I am, still
Yeah,
involved. You know,
exactly.
so anyway, man, I know you gotta get going. It's
Oh,
Friday. We late. Yeah, but we got some dope guests coming up, man. And shout out to y'all for rocking with the Annie Wright, the Martin and Jeremiah and Maya. That was a dope one. But we got so much more heat coming, man. Like I hope I'm looking
oh yeah.
forward to people
Oh yeah, it's gonna
tapping
be
in.
exciting,
So
man. We're gonna have a lot of good guests.
yeah, yeah. So hit that subscribe button, man. You got anything for the folks, JDam, to leave us on?
Nah, man, just keep tapping in, man. Tell us on the IG what you want us to talk about, or if you want
Yeah.
some certain guests, man. Let us know.
Yeah, for real. So we're always looking for the guests. I already got some people in the queue. That's fire. So I know you do too. We already got some people in the queue. So anyway, man, with that, be good, y'all. Brick by brick. Yeah, that's a
Brick by brick.